In a Newswatch 12 Fire Watch follow-up, an auction is underway today to sell modular homes that were intended for Southern Oregon wildfire survivors.
And the state of Oregon is selling them after they were deemed not in compliance with code for residents who'd survived the Rogue Valley's Almeda Fire back in September of 2020. Newswatch 12's Jerry Howard is tracking these homes and the state's auction. Why aren't these homes getting used for Almeda Fire survivors as intended, Jerry?
Well, Haley and Tim, the state is selling these homes because of their condition, though never used as housing here. The state's online auction discloses a 5-page list of conditions and construction failure items, including mold.
I think the only good note here is that we realized that the trailers were not up to snuff before we moved people in. That would have been the worst of all worlds, to actually move people in and find out we had trailers that weren't suitable for them. So at least we avoided that.
Ashland-based State Representative Pam Marsh has been monitoring replacement homes for Almeda Fire survivors for 4 years. She expressed her frustration with the failures of the modular homes manufactured in 2021 by Nashua builders in Idaho. Her frustration extended as disposition of the units lingered since 2022, now to the point of a state sale to try to recover some money it spent for them. It reportedly paid $26 million for 140 of the modular units. Marsh says while 20 of them weren't elsewhere in Oregon, 120 were destined for Royal Oaks Mobile Manor in Medford.
Unfortunately, as it turned out, once we took possession of them, we found out they were intensely flawed. They were not built to code, and they were not going to be satisfactory for our placement in Royal Oaks and for our wildfire survivors.
The modular units that were intended for Almeda Fire survivors are being auctioned with a starting price around $25,000 each, with auctioning lots of homes in groups up to 8 units. In Newswatch 12 at 5, we'll look at the delay that homes caused for fire survivors. Tim, Haley.
Jerry, thank you. Newswatch 12 first told you about the state's sale of these homes last month. That article tells about a second auction of these homes originally intended for Almeda Fire survivors. You can find that story and more news, weather, and sports coverage, as always, at kdrv.com.